very that are completely iconic to the comic, but move them and adapt to them in a way.
John, were you? I have to be honest here. It's huge, opening this out to a filmmaker from a different part of the world. Were you nervous at all? Are they gonna? She says she loves it. Is she gonna do justice?
I really wasn't nervous at all, to be honest with you. Before I even met Zoya for the first time and Rima, I knew about them, of course. I mean, these are extraordinarily talented filmmakers on a global scale, and to really turn it around the other way, candidly, I was honored that these folks wanted to do the Archie movie. So for me personally, I was like, oh my God, Zoya and Rima want to do Archie? I'm in. I mean, with full 100% confidence.
Yeah, but we were also like, oh my God, Archies wants us to make that movie.
Can you talk about casting? And was that a big process? Did you test?
That was a big process because because the characters are so iconic that we knew we didn't want established stars or established names because they come with an image. The audience already has a relationship with them. We didn't want that. We knew we wanted completely new faces that will come and fill these rather big shoes or the characters have. So I worked with Nandini Shri Kent and Karan Mali, and I think the casting process took about 8 to 12 months. And we've tested, and they needed also to be 17.
Right.
So that really cuts your, So I think they tested every kid that wanted to act, and tested certain kids for multiple roles. We saw what the essence was, and so you basically look for nascent talent, and then you look for if there is something about that character, one quality that you can't put your finger on about that character in the personality of the actor, you're home, and a physicality, of course, a little physical match, you're home.
I know that there's a lot of excitement because some of these kids are kids of famous actors, but I have to say, having watched the film, what I thought was really interesting, and you go into that kind of film, if you've seen A Student of the Year, you see any of these films which are launch films for actors, you go into them thinking of them as launch films, and I have to say, when I saw Archies, what I thought was lovely is you're not launching anyone. You're telling this story, and I think that's beautiful. It's never distracting from the story that you want to tell and the world that you created. Was that important for you? That
I think as a filmmaker, depends on the kind of what your tone is. Yeah. If you're making a film and the characters larger than life in a way, then you introduce them on screen in a particular way. But I haven't made that kind of film yet. So for me, I have to introduce the characters. You have to bite the character. It's not about who that actor is. That actor is for me to know. But for you, it should be the character.
Why was the musical the way to go? It's a great choice.
Because that's our tradition. And that's our film language, our film grammar, our syntax. And there's no way we're going to make a film for the globe, especially in IP like Archie, and not add what we do very well. And so to weave that into the story, and that's been our tradition since oral storytelling to theatre to cinema. That's how Indians like to tell their stories, and it was important for me to use that and weave that in for us.
Just to add to that, music is so universal, and we've seen that with Vava Boom and Sono. There are chartbusters across the globe. We got our team writing in from Spain, and we got the LATAM team saying, hey, we're putting this up, and I'm like, you haven't dubbed it. So it doesn't matter. Music has no language. We don't need to dub it. We're just going to go out with it. And I think it's such a core of how universal the Archies is and how Zoya and Rima have approached it. Because using iconic characters, using timeless Betty, Veronica, and Archies, and friendships, and heartbreak, and then saying, let's pepper this with music, and then you've got a stamp that says it's made in India for the world.
Yeah. That's what I want to ask Ruchika, Shahid, and John about. This is one of those incredible collaborations where you've got a global IP and you adapted it for an Indian audience, made an Indian film out of it.